Hello guys, my name is Dr. Hades, and today we will talk about a very interesting champion which was reworked just a few weeks ago, but now he's very strong. Riot made sure that he's one of the most powerful junglers right now. He has 6% pick rate, 54% win rate, and we're talking about the bear. The Volibear!
It's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Okay, so let's start our work on Volibear and move on with the abilities and its passive, which is called the Relentless Storm. Volibear gets 5% attack speed whenever he deals damage, which stacks up to 5 times. Lightning Claws. At 5 stacks, Volibear Claws ignite with lightning, causing his basic attacks to deal 11 bonus magic damage to the 5 closest enemies. Volibear must deal within 6 seconds to maintain this effect. Must deal damage. Okay, so let me show you how this passive works. I have to auto attack a target for 5 times. I have to auto attack 5 times, and at my 5th attack it starts giving light damage, and if you can see the damage behind, get 11 damage after each basic attack I give to one of the targets. And after I stop, for the next 6 seconds I can basic attack again and continue my passive. If not, it resets. And now let's move on to the most interesting part, the real abilities of a Volibear, the new Storm Beginner. And we start with the Thundering Smash. Volibear gains 15% movement speed for 4 seconds, or 30% towards enemy champions, and the ability to move through units. While active, Volibear next basic attack deals 20 bonus damage and stuns the target for 1 second. Volibear becomes enraged if an enemy immobilizes him before he stuns the target, resetting the ability and its cooldown. Okay, this is really interesting. So, this is kind of like the last Q of his, and if you can see, I get attack speed and then I stun my target for 1 second. But if I get stopped during my Q, so if my Q is active and I get stopped, stunned or something, my Q resets, okay, and I can use it again. So if I don't stun anybody, but I didn't stun anybody because somebody stopped me, not just because I didn't get in range to get my Q going, it resets, which is really interesting and very powerful. Let's move on to our W, which is Frenzied Maul. Volibear mauls an enemy, dealing 10 physical damage, applying on hit effect and wounding the target for 8 seconds. In Frenzied Maul is used to a wounded target, its damage is increased by 50% and Volibear restores 20 health plus 8% of the missing health. Let me show you how the W works. It's a little bit different from before. It still bites the target, but this time it gives more damage on the second activation on the same target, which makes it a little bit harder. So after I press 1W, it gives just damage and it wounds the enemy, and after that, if I attack again, I get some health back and I also do more damage. Okay, and now let's move on to our third ability, which is called Sky Splitter. After a delay, Volibear summons a lightning bolt at a target location. This deals 80 magic damage and slows enemies by 40% for 2 seconds. Damage against non-champions is capped at 150. If Volibear is inside the blast zone, he gains a shield equal to 50% of his maximum health for 3 seconds. So, let me show you the big problem of this E. So you press and after 10 seconds or something, I'm kidding, after a few seconds it deals damage. But if I get in the circle, I even get a shield. So E does damage, but it gives you even shield if you're in the circle. But the problem is it needs 3 seconds to charge, so it's really easy to miss it. And now let's move on to the most important thing. Let's talk about his ultimate, the Storm Bringer. I told you Volibear brings storms. But you didn't want to listen. Volibear transforms and leaps toward the target location, gaining 20 health, 50 attack range, and the ability to move through units for the next 12 seconds. Upon landing, nearby enemies' towers are disabled for 3 seconds and suffer 300 physical damage. Nearby enemies are slowed by 50%, decaying for 1 second. Enemies directly underneath Volibear suffer 300 physical damage. So, not only that I give damage to BAM, to the enemies beneath me, okay? Yeah, we have to move on and show you the real thing. We have to go on mid, put a dummy, and let me show you what happens. This is the most interesting thing. If I get in range here, see? I get damage from the tower. But if I ulti, what happened there? I disabled the tower for 3 seconds, okay? I'll do this again, just to make sure you see it. See, I get a shower, and then after that, the tower doesn't hit me for the next 3 seconds. So, it gains health, it gains slow, it gains attack range, gives a lot of damage. And you get even the tower disabled, and I even got damage to the tower. Come on, this is really powerful. Okay guys, this is it with abilities. It's really simple, it's really easy, it's free LP, but how do we put points in it? We should figure it out, so reset the game and let's do it right here. So, this is how I see. You should start with your W, of course, and then you should go with your E, because you're a jungler and it's easier to farm like that, because you get the shield, you get damage. Your Q helps you more only on ganks, okay? So the third one will be the Q, and after that you just max out your W. At level 6 you put a point in your ultimate, and then you come back to your W at level 8 at Q, and then you max out your W, which right now gives more damage, okay? A lot more damage, and you get 16% of the missing health right now, which is more, and you get 80 health plus 16%. Before, I think it was 10, 20 plus 8%, but I'm not sure. Okay, and moving on, at level 10 point in Q, and at level 11 of course another point in your ultimate. Moving on, we max out the Q, so it was W, after that Q, and let's see what we get here. We get more movement speed, the same duration for the stun, but we give more damage with the stun, but not a lot more, so it's just good for the mobility. And after that we just move on with E, and at level 16 we max out the ultimate, which now gives 700 damage to the towers and even the enemies beneath Volibear. So it's amazing, okay guys? It deals a lot of damage, you have a lot of mobility, you have a lot of sustain, you have to play Volibear for the free LP, which everyone wants. Okay, and then we just finish with our E, which now deals more damage. You get so this deals 200 plus 50% of the maximum health, magic damage, and slows enemy by 40%. So more slow, more damage, and you get the same shield. Yes, it's the same shield. This didn't change. But now that we talked about the abilities, I should show you how to jungle pet with it. But again, when I reset the game, I don't know why, but I cannot buy the jungle items. So first we move on to ganks before I rage quit, and I need to calm down. Okay, so let's do some ganking, because ganking with him is really easy. I will talk only about the most common position in ganks, the one in which your teammate and your opponent are farming on mid. Okay, let me Yeah, the microphone is on. It was a period of time when I recorded a whole video without the microphone on. And I got really mad, so I had to check, okay? So, this is one of the things. If they farm there, he will not see you come here. And when they are pushed, you just go here and then use your Q, stun him, and your E before to give more damage, okay? This is how I do it. Of course, you bite him. Come on. Another way is directly through the river, but this one is not that good. It's a lot easier for him to, let's escape. But if you come from behind, let's say you put your he here, when he sees you, he will come and you will attack him here, okay? Even though I missed, he will not stay there. Rarely he will stay there. When he sees you, he will come back to the tower in order to flash, but you can catch him with your Q, and then your E comes and deals him damage to him, and then a slow. Okay, let's move on to mid, because mid it's a lot more juicy, right, juicy boy? Okay, let's put the dummies here, and here we have two choices. The one that we had on top to come from behind. Okay, we put the one here, we stand, and we deal more damage. Of course, your W should be used very early, because on your second cast it will get more damage. So it's the same thing for here. And after that you can come through the river, because you have the speed, you stun W. Okay, this is how I should do it. Then you ulti, bam. I did a lot of damage with this guy. Okay, in some situations, of course, when the opponent team is pushing, it's like you can come easily through here and gank. I do not recommend this position to gank, only in special situations when you know for sure you will get your Q going, okay? Yeah, this is the only thing that you can do, okay? But it's harder even though you have the movement spin. So let's move on to bottom lane. Bottom lane. Bottom lane. And we get 2 dummies each side. Yeah. Okay, so they're farming and you come exactly like on top. But here it's easier because they are a little bit back. And now you put your E, you go in, bam, and they are dead. Okay, it's a lot easier. You should do this. You saw how I did it. It's really easy and fun. So another way, of course, is through the river, but this one, in my opinion, is less effective. But you can do shit, because not always you can go around and gank. So you come through here. I E too fast, but I still have time. You put your E from behind. Okay, just make sure your E is activated a long time before you get to the target. This is very important, okay guys? So, in my opinions, are the most common ways to gank. With Volibear, you should focus on ganking, yes, because you're very big influencer on the game. Not in real life, in the game, okay? Yeah. So now I just have to get out of the game and come back in the tutorial to show you guys how to jungle plan. You should understand how hard is my life here. I have to press S, exit the game, and then I leave the game. Okay, we are back in business and we should go on with the jungle path. With the jungle path. Jungle path. Okay, let's stop this and move on and go to the red. Just because Volibear doesn't use a lot of mana early game, in my opinion it's better to start with the red, because you do more damage and you can directly gank after you get level 3. So we will wait until 1 minute and 30 seconds and we start, because we start with W, as I told you guys, okay? So you bite the enemies. Of course, at the start of the game, you will get a leash in the real game, yes? Usually. It happens sometimes that your teammates don't give a about your leashing, and nobody will help you. So you have to learn how I do it in the tutorial practice tool. So you just jungle pet without leashing. Okay? It happens. Okay? So we are 10 seconds away from the big jungle pet with Volibear. Let me get my mind focused because it's really hard. Yes. And 2, 1. Bite. Bite. Yeah. 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 Bite again. Whoa. Okay. So due to your passive, in my opinion, it's okay to do even raptors. Okay. Even though it hurts you a little bit, it's not a problem. Because you will get your health back. And keep in mind that I didn't use my smite, guys, okay? So now I prepare my E. I will keep my smite for the blue. Okay, now I'm level 3. I have a little bit problems with the mana, but just a little bit, so it's not a big problem. Okay, and I still have 7 seconds, guys, to wait until the scuttler. So if you do it even better, in my opinion, you can even be faster. So it was not my best jungle clear, but keep in mind that I'm level 4 at 315, which not a lot of jungles can do. And now I'm ready for ganking, because I'm the Volibear and I'm the Storm Bringer. Yeah, guys, we talked about everything now, and we need to move on with the runes and maybe something else after that. But if you're still watching the video, please give it a like and let me know in the comment section what other champion you would like to see in my guides. Okay, let's move on to runes. Welcome back, guys, and we're talking about the Volibear runes. Yeah, and what do you think we should take on Volibear? Let me remind you guys that his passive, it means after you attack 5 times, you get the passive on with the lightning, okay? Then, of course, we can't press the attack because hitting an enemy champion 3 consecutive times makes them vulnerable, dealing bonus damage. So, this combined with your passive, it's awesome. Triumph again, Legend Tenacity, they give you bonuses for takedowns, and then last stand deal more damage to champions while they are low on health. So all of these help you kill champions and secure kills a lot easier, and when you secure, you get a lot of bonuses. So you should keep in mind and do this. Okay, and for sorcery, of course, you get the water walking because you get more movement speed, guys, movement speed in the river, and you get Nimbus Cloak for after casting a summer spell, gain a short movement speed increase that allows you to pass through minions. Okay, and what do we get more? We get a 10% attack speed, 9 adaptive force, and 6 armor, and this is the way you should do it, and increase that 54% rate of Volibear to 60%. Let's make Riot nerf this champion because he's so strong, and if you play it, guys, you will get your win rate upper. It's too easy to play, like it's not very complicated. Only the E, let's say, it's maybe complicated to use it, but that's it, guys. It's just free LP. It's free LP for you guys. Every time I put a video on, it's about the champions that you can get free LP with. Okay, now that we talked about runes, abilities, jungle path, ganks, we talk about everything. And now I would like to remind you guys to subscribe to my channel, as I know that 95% of you are not subscribed. So subscribe, as it is 100% free, and at 500 subs, and we are really close, we will get the giveaway going. Giveaway, giveaway. Yeah, let's move on to the build. Okay guys, let's get to our last stop in this video, and this is the Volibear build, the Stormbringer. Okay, and of course we start with the Blue Smite, Cinderhulk enhancement to get health, and you get AoE damage. You need a little bit of sustain early game. Then you get for Ninja Tabi, which gives you a little bit of armor and movement speed. So again, with Volibear you do a lot of damage in time, and also you get a lot of mobility, so these two items just enhance that. Okay, and then you just go for Trinity Force. This gives you a lot of shit. You get attack speed, you get attack damage, health, mana, cooldown reduction, and more damage, guys. You have to take Trinity Force. And after that, for your W, you get Spirit Visage, because you get more health, you get magic resist, and then you get increased healing for your W. And guess what, guys? This is the elemental surprise. You get that dance after that, just to get more sustain. You get more damage, you get armor, magic resist, cooldown reduction, and you heal for 15% of the damage dealt. This is 33% if ineffective for an area of effect damage. So you get more damage, you get more sustain, you get more mobility, you get cooldown reduction. You are ready, and after that you just put a torment there. You get more health, more armor, you give more damage. So let me think about it. You go like this. You go more health, you go more armor, you go more magic resist. You put some damage there, and you get some damage health back from the Death Dance and from your W, from your Spirit Visage. Practically you're unstoppable, and we shouldn't forget about the ultimate, which gives you so much, I don't know, damage, and you become so powerful. Like, Volibear is the shit right now, so play it, and you will not forget one gameplay with Volibear. It's awesome, it's fun, it's free LP, so just play it, and do not forget that till next time, League of Legends is a team game and not a single player one. See ya!